Hey guys, I am here to talk about this really surprising game that happened on Sunday night, prime time football in Orchard Park. And did you guys know that Sunday night was the first primetime game of Drake May's career? So he has not played in a primetime game up until Sunday night. So I honestly didn't know that. I thought he at least played one last year because even though we stunk and we were not a primetime caliber team last year, I think they have to play at least twice on a Sunday night and a Monday night. So we must have gotten that out of the way early in the season when Jacoby Brissett was still our quarterback last year. But my oh my. My first thought of that game was that it was flag football. There were so many penalties. I was so stinking annoyed. I texted my brother-in-law and I was like, if I see a yellow flag one more time, I'm going to reach through that TV screen and strangle Ed Hockeyland. I didn't text him that, but I was thinking that. But I did text him that I wanted to burn all the yellow flags because, oh my word, it was like I guess they wanted the TV time on prime time because there was so many stinking flags. Excuse me. I'm still sick, and whenever I talk, I cough. And so this is actually my third time starting this video because I have a coughing fit. So I just hope I can get through it because I'm hungry and I want to go eat, but I want to get this done. So Sunday night, what a surprise. What a surprise. I mean, I love the New England Patriots. I have been a fan forever. I will always be a fan. No one's ever going to talk me out of it, no matter where I end up in this world. If I stay here forever, or if I move to the other side of the country, or I move to a different country altogether, I don't know. Who knows what life is going to hold? I will always be a diehard New England Patriots fan, and nothing will ever change my mind. And these past few years have been rough. And Tom Brady leaving 5 years ago, honestly, I think he's the cause of COVID because COVID literally hit the nation like the day after he left the Patriots and signed with the Buccaneers. So I think we could blame Tom Brady for COVID, but I digress. But it has been really hard to be a Patriots fan for the last 5 years. And if you had asked me last year going into this game if I had any ounce of hope that we would beat the Bills, I'd be like, no. I didn't think we were going to beat the Bills on Sunday night, but I wasn't, if we did, like, I wasn't going to be shocked about it. But my oh my, did we go in there and, and surprise them? And we probably surprised all of the NFL. And everyone knows Drake May's name now because holy cow, that is my quarterback, is all I'm going to say. That is my quarterback. That was a really, minus the first half, really fun game minus the first half. The first half was literally one of the most painful halves of football that I've watched this year, I feel like. I mean, I might be being a bit dramatic, but the refs shouldn't have more screen time than the actual teams playing, but they threw so many flags. It was unreal. And I did not realize, like, I don't pay attention to any other team except the New England Patriots. I did not realize that the Buffalo Bills are sloppy. And I don't know if that is them in general or them normally, or if they were just like, I don't know, they were bad. And Josh Allen fumbled and turned over the ball twice. Drake May did not have any turnovers, but we did have a turnover because we did have a Ramondre Stevenson fumble. That is par for the course, but I digress. But it was just, what a fun game. Like, they were trying to be all, I don't know what they were trying to be, wearing their all white uniforms and asking all the fans to wear all white. and having their white towels. And I don't know if they were calling it some type of game. I don't know if it was like a snowmageddon or like a whiteout game or what, but I think they thought that they were going to intimidate the New England Patriots because the Patriots are an incredibly young team. None of these guys, outside of Hunter Henry, I think, have played. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson has been there, but like most of these guys haven't played together. Half of our offensive line are rookies, the other half are free agents that they brought in. Like we don't even have any, I don't think we even have any offensive linemen that we've had in the previous years. I like everything is brand new. And so I think Drake May's first primetime game, I think they thought they were going to bring the white intimidation with the, like, oh, they can't see me. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but it didn't work because we won. We won. And it was so exciting. And I can't believe we won, but I can believe we won because when the Patriots are good, they are good. But when they are bad, they are really bad. I think that's a nursery rhyme. But holy cow, what a game. Once we got past the first half, honestly, I will admit, love the Patriots, but Sunday night prime time at 8:20 is rough because I am old and I need my sleep. And I was struggling. Like we got, because there were so many stinking penalties the first half, like we didn't even get to prime time, or we didn't even get to halftime until like 10:30. The game wasn't over until like around midnight. Thank goodness I didn't have to drive home from anywhere, that I could literally just roll into bed. But honestly, I was so hyped up by the end of the game. I was like, no sleep. And then I crashed like 15 minutes later. But I was so excited because outside of the first half, in which we only scored 6 points, and we held like one of the most high scoring offenses in the NFL to 3 points in the first half. We held Josh Allen to a field goal. He is the current reigning NFL MVP. And they were chanting MVP and they were all excited. And Bill's Mafia's jumped through tables and doing what they do, acting a fool. And we went in their house and we shut them up. And it was so exciting. And I loved it, every minute of it. But I will admit, when we went into the second half, I was like, I'm just gonna like close my eyes because this game has been really boring and we're probably gonna lose. And the second half is when it all changed. Oh, and it was so exciting. And we had our field goals to start the game, and it went um, field goal New England, field goal Buffalo, field goal New England. Then we go into the half, and then we have a rushing touchdown in the third quarter for Buffalo, and then Buffalo goes ahead, and it's 10-6, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, if Buffalo's gonna stomp on us and we're sloppy, I don't know if I want to stay awake for this. And then we give Ramondre Stevenson the ball, and mind you, the Patriots defense had already forced a turnover in the first half, and we immediately give it back because Ramondre Stevenson fumbles the ball. And it's not like he fumbles these like crazy, like he shouldn't be fumbling these, is what I'm trying to say. Because they literally like come from behind, like tap it with their finger, and out pops the ball. Like, and you could just see his countenance because he's got to hear what people are saying. He's got to hear it. And I feel bad because like it's tough. He's a great player, but also like ball security, bro. Not that hard. I say from my couch, it's not that hard to hold on to the ball. But the funny thing is, the rest of the night, if you watch, anytime any other player got near him, he went from holding the ball like this to like two-hand touch, like gripping it like a baby. And you know what happened when that became the case? He scored twice. So Drake May, who had scored or thrown two passing touchdowns through like 3 or 4 games to start the season, did not throw a single touchdown, did not rush for a single touchdown, nor did he have a turnover on Sunday. But he did get us into field goal position and touchdown scoring position quite a bit. And our 2 touchdowns came from Ramondre Stevenson. It's funny, everyone's like, get rid of him. And then he goes and scores the 2 touchdowns that we have. But the sad thing from that game is that Antonio Gibson, who got put into the game because of the Ramondre Stevenson fumble, tore his ACL on a punt return. And oh, that's the other fumble. I was like, it says that we had 2 fumbles, and I don't remember what they like the second one. That was the other one. He fumbled on the punt return because obviously in the process of getting hit, he tore his ACL. Probably wouldn't hold on to the ball if my ACL was being shredded either. So I can't blame him for that. I feel like this video is going to be a little bit of a longer one because there's so many exciting things to talk about. But my oh my, what kind of game did what's his face have? Stephon Diggs. That was his revenge game because he used to be a Buffalo Bill and he was a Buffalo Bill for quite some time. But he had 10 receptions, 146 yards. He averaged 14.6 yards a catch, and he made some incredible throws. I mean, catches. And Drake May, holy cow, that's my quarterback. Drake May was, what was it? Phil Simms. Was that who was? Now, here's a guy. Is that Phil Simms? I can't remember who the announcer was, but he was like, if you want to beat the man, if you want to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And right now, Josh Allen is the man. And Drake May, he went into Orchard Park and he beat the man. And I was so proud of him. And he was running for his life the entire second half. And it was like the first half, pressure would come and he would look down and then he wouldn't see. He would have wide open receivers. For the first time in years, we have receivers that can get open. And that is so exciting because that has not been the case. And part of our problem is that we did not have receivers that were getting open. But like we had Pop Douglas literally like down the sideline, no one on him. Drake May could have probably thrown a touchdown and he got sacked. So he needs to work on like being cool under pressure more and being able to look downfield even if a guy's coming at him because we could have had like more of an offensive like showing out in the first half, but second half that was another story. I don't know what happened, but he was rolling out to his right and he was making some pretty crazy throws. He threw, I think he's the most accurate quarterback in the NFL throwing 10 plus yards through the air right now. And that's wild. And that is exciting. And Hunter Henry made an insane catch. Like Kayshon Boutte made some great catches for us in extended plays and got us down into the red zone. But Stephon Diggs was incredible. And that's like less than a year removed from his ACL tear. And if he gets more comfortable and just health wise and offensively, holy cannoli. Drake May and Stephon Diggs are going to be dynamite, and I cannot wait. But my favorite throw of the night, Drake May rolls out to his right. He gets like he's going to the ground and a defensive lineman's on him. He's stiff arming the defensive lineman, which you just love to see. Like, that is my quarterback. I was screaming. I was so excited. He's stiff arming this guy. He's going down. He throws the ball. And I was like, this isn't going anywhere. He's literally almost on the ground. Like, no knees were touching. I don't want to hear about knees down, blah, blah, blah. No, it didn't happen. Watch the replays. But I just literally thought he was going to throw the ball in the area of a receiver to avoid an intentional grounding or whatnot. Stephon Diggs caught that ball and we converted on a first down and we went on to score a touchdown. But I was literally like, what did I just watch? He was making insane throws. Like it was wild. It was like what we would see other quarterbacks and receivers do. They would come to our house and make these insane throws and catches. And we would be like, as Patriots fans, being like, oh my word, why? Why can that never happen for us? And here we were doing it Sunday night. And Drake May is so exciting to watch, and he's so good. And he's like light years ahead of where Josh Allen was in his second year. So he's only going to get better. And that is exciting. And like, guys, the stats for Sunday night between the two quarterbacks, this is your reigning MVP. He was 22 of 31, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Granted, Drake May did not throw any touchdowns. All of our touchdowns came on the ground on Sunday, but he was 22 of 30, 273 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So he was literally like identical to Josh Allen on Sunday and got us down. And like literally, for the first time, it's like crazy that I can feel almost excited and hopeful that if we're down in the fourth quarter, that maybe our quarterback is clutch enough to like seal the game. Like that would happen all the time with Tom Brady. It would be like, we've got like 45 seconds left and we got to go 85 yards and score a touchdown. Like, no big deal. Like, we got this. And I have not felt that way in 5 years. I'm still not quite there yet with Drake May, but what he did Sunday night was so gutsy. And he took us down into field goal range. And then we kicked a field goal, 15 seconds left to win the game. And I would just like to hear from all of the haters that wanted to cut Borregales week 2 in Miami when he missed 2 extra points. And everyone was like, yeah, Ronald, cut him. Like they wanted to cut the rookie kicker in a second game of his professional career. And without Borregales on Sunday night, we might not have won because he went in there and he kicked a 53-yard game with 50 or he kicked a 53-yard field goal with 15 seconds left to win us the game. And so I would just like to say, all you haters can just shut up and like wait to see how Patriots fans are annoying. Wait to see how like these players come into their own as time goes on and stop trying to dictate who's on the team in week 2. But I digress. So Sunday night was so fun. And if you can watch highlights, go watch them. Like literally Monday, all I did all day was watch, not all day, but like anytime I signed on to social media, all I saw were Drake May highlights and like Patriots highlights. And like the great thing about this is that like big time free agents and talented players are not going to want to stay away from New England anymore. Like it's going to be like when Tom Brady was their quarterback or when Tom Brady was our quarterback, everyone wanted to come play for New England because obviously he's the GOAT. But Drake May, good. And he's only going to get better. And I'm glad that Stephon Diggs didn't decide to go play somewhere else because we might not have been a Super Bowl caliber team this year. We might make it to the playoffs. Funny story, the NFL did a playoff prediction. Like if the playoffs were to happen this month, we would be in the playoffs and the Kansas City Chiefs would not. I mean, I still think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs, but it's so hilarious that the Chiefs are struggling and we would have made the playoffs. And we also cracked the top 10 of Tom Brady's power rankings that he does for the NFL. So that was exciting. So all in all to say, Sunday night was so fun. It gave me so much hope, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see where this team goes. I'm so glad we have Mike Vrabel. The best thing to come out of Gerard Mayo's tenure was Drake May. So thank you, Gerard Mayo. Kudos to you for getting us Drake May, because I think there's going to be a lot of people in the NFL in the years to come that are going to be like, oh, really? When Drake May wins 7 Super Bowls. Fingers crossed. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. Can we carry on the momentum? Can we make a 3-game win streak? I don't know. But as the season goes on and guys get more comfortable with each other and with the play calling and all of that, we have hope as Pats fans, and I'm so excited. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. We go play the New Orleans Saints. I don't know. I'd have to do more research into whether or not they're actually good. I think they might be 3-2 as well, but I don't know that off the top of my head. So we'll have to wait and see how we do. But this combination of Drake May and Stephon Diggs might start putting fear into the hearts of NFL teams and fans, and I am here for it all day. Go Pats!